Hello everybody and welcome back to Robert's Reviews. Before we get started, obviously you're probably like, wow, he doesn't look very good. Yeah, I'll explain at the end of the video. I'm going to explain why I look gross, but also explain what I think is going to happen over the course of the next few months in terms of the YouTube channel. There might be a couple changes. I haven't quite figured it out, so stay tuned to the end to hear what those are and whether or not that affects you, and I also want your opinion. This video is going to be like pretty unedited. I'm just going to have like the basics because I'm exhausted, which again will be explained later. But today I did have the time to watch Cryptozoo. Cryptozoo was released in 2021 and it was written and directed by Dash Shaw. No spoilers here, but the general idea is it is about this group of people who there's these like mystical, weird animal things that aren't human, and they are held in a zoo for their safety. But then at some point, they get broken out of and they start, doing problems, and then they have to go put them back in the zoo or figure out where we're going to put them, and all of these issues. And while I think it was a pretty cool idea, it didn't really work for me, I think. It was kind of long, even though it was an hour and like 20 minutes. It was really long because it just felt like it dragged. It felt like it was a lot of really cool ideas that were mushed together that didn't need to be together. And honestly, if they had stuck with the main purpose of like, what do we do with these creatures, it might have been better. But there were a lot of subplots for each of the characters that nobody cared about. It was really hard to connect with any of the characters individually. First of all, not all of them are on screen for very long. In fact, one of them with a big actor came in to voice one of them and was only there for the first 5 minutes. So I was like kind of confused as to why they did that. It didn't really matter to me that this person voiced this person. I didn't think it made much of a difference. And I think that the issue is that it tried to do so much with its animation that I think that they needed an excuse to do that. And if you ever need an excuse to do something in a movie, that's where you're going to find that you drag a little bit. That's where you're going to find that it's met with some resistance from audiences. So I am curious to see how the process was for deciding what the movie was going to be about, because I think obviously they started with the idea of the Cryptozoo, and then they were like, oh, this is only be like half an hour long if we just talk about the Cryptozoo. They're like, we need characters who are going to have an issue with this, who are going to want to do opposite problems, and that's cool. I like that idea, but I don't think it all worked together in the same movie. In terms of the animation style, which is the main reason why I watch animation movies, I don't think it served the movie as well as I think they thought it did. First of all, warning if you don't like nudity at all, there's lots of it, and I've honestly found it weird. I rented it from Redbox, and at the time, I don't know if they fixed it at all, it said rated PG-13. This is in no way, shape, or form rated PG-13. There are F-bombs everywhere. There's full frontal nudity, both male and female. It's animated, so it's like lessened, but like also like, it's a little risque. There's this part where it's a full-on orgy, and honestly, I didn't know why they had to include that. It didn't make any sense, in my opinion, and a lot of it didn't make a whole lot of sense. I think a lot of it kind of was like, what if we did this? And they were like, cool, let's do that. And it definitely felt like a one-person project. It definitely felt like this one person was like, here are all my ideas. I need them to be in the movie. And they're like, okay, and they did. But like, it's still a cool story. Like, I like the idea of a Cryptozoo. I like the idea of there being non-humans and trying to figure out where to put them. It is definitely a reflection of modern-day society, which, is horrifying, but also true. And I think that the animation style was cool. Like, it was very hand-drawn and very much, like, minimal, and I think it looked good, but it elevated sometimes, and I thought it was kind of cool how the style of the animation changed, but like the story stayed the same. That was kind of cool. I appreciated that. But for the most part, it did not need to be that way. So I don't think it really served the plot as much as I think maybe some people think it did. But overall, it's not a bad movie, but it's certainly not good. I am going to keep this short because I'm tired and I look gross. But I'm going to go ahead and give Cryptozoo a C. Let me know if you've seen it in the comments below. You can rent it basically anywhere movies are rented. I rented it on Redbox because I get good deals on Redbox. Redbox perks, by the way, definitely worth signing up, free, and you just get a lot of really good bonuses, so definitely consider doing that. The reason I look gross is it is student orientation day at SUNY Oneonta, which is the school that I go to. So I just got done basically running a marathon, so I'm exhausted, and I'm very sweaty, and I have my AC off because it sounds bad on my phone. But the reason I say all of this is because sorry, my watch. My watch is also my monitor. I don't know if you can see that. My watch is also my monitor, and it keeps telling me that I'm talking to it when I'm not. But I think that, all right, The reason I'm gross is because of that, and the reason that this affects the YouTube channel is at some point down the line, I may discover it is too much to put out a video every single day. I already know that there's one day that I'm taking off because they didn't have the movie that I wanted to rent for the series, so I'm just cutting it. But that's a couple weeks down the road, doesn't really matter. But the point is, I am very tired, and I don't know if it is logical for me to do every single day. I will try, And at very worst, the goal is to get to the end of the year with one video a year, because next year I haven't scheduled yet. So if I realize that this is a problem for this semester and my grades plummet, then next semester I will take this easy. I'll only do like 3 days a week, therefore making it a lot easier on myself. I don't know for sure. Let me know in the comments below if you have any suggestions on how I could handle this. I want your input, so let me know in the comments below. But thank you guys so much for watching this video. Please consider subscribing, liking, sharing with friends, and as always, keep watching movies and television, stay educated, and I'll see you guys in the next video.